Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I discovered upon something quite interesting on the Discord server, because Kabam's actually doing a Battlegrounds meta selection poll where players are voting for the upcoming metas for season 22. Now, just a reminder, because we're currently on season 20, we know the meta for season 21, so this meta is going to be the one that we play in effectively about 2 months' time to celebrate BG anniversary. And we can vote for the victory track meta, and we can vote for Gladiator Circuit meta. Therefore, let's take a look at them and what are our options, and I'm going to be voting here live with you. So first, meta for victory track we have from season 3. When struck, the defender has 10% chance to trigger a fury buff for 8 seconds. The defender's fury effects are indefinitely paused. They unpaused for 8 seconds when the attacker dodges or evades an attack. Whichever champion has more unique buffs gains 6% bar power every second. Now this is a fairly, fun, interesting nuki meta. This is the meta that I do remember extremely fondly though. Each time the defender is struck while under the effect of armor buff, they power burn the attacker for 10% of a bar of power. Power burn damage scales with armor buff as well as defender's base attack. When struck, the defender gains a chitin charge, all 10 charges are removed, and the defender gains armor buff, increasing armor by 50% lasting 30 seconds. Then we have season 6. With every 7 seconds the next debuff triggered, the attacker is immediately purified, so Conflictor and Arms Race as well. This wasn't too bad of a meta either. And we have Bulwark and Explosive Personality. When defenders are immune to armor break debuffs, however, the defender loses more than 5% of their max health from a single strike, they gain an indestructible buff for 8 seconds. This indestructible is removed when the attacker finishes special attack and goes on cooldown for 10 seconds when indestructible buff ends for any reason. And Explosive Personality. So, which one of these metas you would like most for victory track? Now, I kind of wish this meta was Gladiator Circuit, not victory track. And I think the most open, if I was to vote what I think would be best for newer players and stuff like that, I'd probably vote for this one, because there are buffs that opponents are getting. There's rich get richer, so that means more power gain, and you're fueling Mystic champions with these fury buffs, and there's fairly nuki interesting metas. Let's call it like that. I, however, remember this meta extremely fondly. I love the fact that drafts mattered more than ever. Rank level of champions didn't matter as much as having the right champion, because, if somebody dropped Howard the Duck on you and you didn't have something that armor breaks everything immediately, then you were kind of screwed. And that's the one that I'm going to be voting for. I know that there will be some people who will be frustrated, because I know some people hated this meta, but I think there were a lot of people who loved this meta, including myself. So, Season 4, Option 2A is who I am voting for. And, unfortunately, it looks like that's the one losing at the moment, because Season 3 is the one that's winning. It kind of makes sense for victory track, to be fair. Now, we can move on to the Gladiator Circuit metas. So, Season 22 Gladiator Circuit meta. Now, Season 10, Crit Me With Your Best Shot meta. This is one of the most unique metas, and I always find it tremendously fun. I think we have had it twice already, where champions like Mr. Sinister or Man-Thing are absolutely crazy. And then, some crazy champions like Scarlet Witch are absolute nuke festivals. So, there are lots of champions who absolutely do not work in this meta, and there are a bunch of champions who are supercharged in this meta. Then we have Season 9, Sharpened Claws, Reinvigorate Unblockable, Personal Space Regeneration. I actually like this meta a lot too. I think this is a good, solid meta, because, we had Zemos and Kingpins putting in a ton of work here, and it was quite interesting. That regen was very powerful too. Red Square, this was one of the metas where we already had attacker buffs, so every time an offensive dot champion applies damaging effect, you gain Wishes passive. We have Polka Dot Power, Power Shield, and Hurt Locker. This was decent-ish. And then we have Missing in Action. Whenever a buff on defender expires, if the attacker lands a heavy or special attack within 5 seconds, the defender is faulted for 3 seconds. This is, I think, is Battlegrounds Brawl Championship meta. Feat of Indestructible 2, Feat of Energy 1, Special 1 bias, Special 2 bias. So here, breaking it all down, I'm still going to be probably voting for Crit Me With Your Best Shot meta. It's kind of like a good throwback meta. We have had it twice. I enjoyed it both times around. Again, Sharpened Claws, I'd absolutely love to have back again. I think this meta is better than much of what they have been releasing recently. But then again, I can say the same thing about the Armor Bear meta. It's really, what's the best way to describe? When you're looking at these metas from Season 3, 4, 6, when you're looking from Season 10 or Season 9, that's when we genuinely had the best metas. I don't think we have had like a great BG node combo in almost a year. Like, there have been like a couple, but for the most part, just like with champion design in 2024, I think Kabam has been dropping the ball massively with the meta and node design recently. Or maybe it's nostalgia speaking, maybe it's something else, but I definitely have not enjoyed the more recent metas anywhere near as much as the ones from Season 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, stuff like that. So here as well, I'm going to be going with the critical interruption and crit me with your best shot meta. Mainly because it gives champions an opportunity to shine that otherwise wouldn't. And yes, I do understand that it involves doing some rank ups you otherwise wouldn't want to do or something like that. But I just had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with that meta. So, Season 10, option 1B. Let's vote. Let's see who's winning. Oh yeah, and that one's winning by a large margin. Season 14 meta seems to be quite popular too. Yeah, this wasn't too bad. This was quite nice meta too. Polka Dot Power, Power Shield, Hurt Locker. This was also one of those metas where if you got completely outdrafted and if you didn't have a dot that defender wasn't immune to, you're kind of screwed. So it was quite interesting for sure. But still prefer Season 10. At least this one's winning then now. So we have Season 10 meta winning here, with the Season 14 meta coming in second place. And here, the meta that I voted for is second least popular. The most popular one here by far is this one, which is the most straightforward for Victory Track. Again, which I think is fair, it kind of makes sense. When struck, defenders gain Fury buff, it starts paused, it can, you can unpause it and then you can trigger Mystic Dispersion, or you can nullify it and then you can trigger Mystic Dispersion. You also have Ridge Get Richer, which means buff-heavy champions will do great here, and can also mean, Power Sting champions can do well, like Cassie, Spider-Ham, a few others. Ridge Get Richer, obviously. Well, then again, AI has been better at throwing specials, so we have to give that to Kabam. There are a lot of AI issues, but for the most part, AI does throw special attacks now. That's like one big worry here. But there we go. Those are the metas. Those are the options. And if you want to vote, you can find the poll on Kabam's Discord server at the very top by BG Anniversary Meta selection. So, here we are. Let me know what you guys think about this idea in general and which metas you prefer. And I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the